And greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Laughing Lamps Salty Coat Conversation Session number 34. Sit back this week and enjoy a quadruple dos. Holy shit!
Another head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken. And the violence causes silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their drones. In your head, they are crying. What's in your head? In your head, stop it, stop it, stop it. What's in your head? In your head, stop it, stop it, stop it. Mother's breaking, heart is taking over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old thing in 2018. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their guns and their drones. In your head, they are dying. What's in your head? In your head, stop it, stop it, stop it. What's in your head? In your head, stop it, stop it, stop it. It's the same old thing in 2018. In your head, they are dying. What's in your head? In your head, stop it, stop it, stop it. What's in your head? Stop it, stop it, stop little, a giant left in the middle. I see them lights flash, fear the end, I want to hear the thrill. So you want me to tell me easy, well, I'm gonna do it, journal now. Just let it break, yeah, can't leave me so back control. The devil's dance does not advance, no somebody control. Another case and acquittal, another wife and a widow. Another heart breaks a little, a giant left in the middle. Fuck your lifestyle. Pull that fucking trigger, let's another case and acquittal, another wife and a widow. Another heart breaks a little, a giant left in the middle. So I can sing my song. The devil's done this to me. I tried to slide down, crawl out, building the cages that broke us down. Or get back down on your knees. Change for me. We'll break these bastards. There's no masters in the end. We'll break these bastards. There's no masters. A thousand bullets down on the ground, beating the drum under a marching sound. You better fucking believe they're screaming left, right, fist in the air. You better pick a side against the plutocracy. Change for me. We'll break these bastards. There's no masters in the end. We'll break these bastards. There's no masters. Save the world. We never wanted to save the world. We never wanted to have to save ourselves. It's like a fucking put it back into the top of this top believing. Look, it's not even a longer hide than you can live and now you've been feeling. There's so much more. This life can lie. If you ignore the fucking broken record that you made off what it's all. Stand awake at the ceiling. The promise never to tell it apart. The scenes made stand awake at the ceiling. The promise never to tell it apart. The scenes made you better learn to fucking live. Stand awake at the ceiling. The promise never to tell it apart. The scenes made learning to forget. Stand awake at the ceiling. The promise never to tell it apart. The scenes made you better learn to fucking live. You better learn to fucking live. You better learn to fucking live. You better learn to fucking live.
And greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to the Laughing Lamps, a Salty Coat conversation session number 34. With me, your host, Jin of the Lamp, your inner fear. I talk about a happy accident, you know. I set up my musical playlist, and normally I just hit play. Well, I forgot. I wonder if this ever happened to you. I forgot. The last setting I had it on was the shuffle. So I hit a play, and it automatically had the shuffle on. Well, the first song was a good. No problem. That was the first song. Great. Then the next song it came on, and my brain said, "Oh, what the fuck is it this?" Yeah, because of the wrong song I played next. You get it? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the accented piece of shit you do or don't like to listen to. Well, welcome to the Laughing Lamp once again. Hello, hello. Oh, fuck at that. And talk about a happy accident. Actually, when the song played, yes, it threw me off a loop. It threw me off of the loop. I wasn't ready for that. My song list was not ready to sing that song. Oh, hi. The neighbors is having a fun outside. You hear that? I don't know. I hear the ambiance when I play back on my video. I wonder if you hear it through here sometimes. So about the happy accident, yes? Anyway, the order of the music ended up being appropriate for my liking. The last song, or was it the last song? The first song, or was it the first song? Ta-da! Ta-da! Only the two in the middle got switched. Talk about a happy accident. I didn't mind switching up the middle songs, as I guess in accordance with the order of the way the music, I guess, could have flowed. It flowed just right for my ears. Turned out that this was a better order, and my phone's shuffle knew that. Oh shit, does my computer know me? I don't know. If you don't know, and now you know. Chaos! What's the matter? Why are you guys so upset about the false advertisement of what you read, if you read what you read on my Laughing Lamps post for the stream introduction? And then you heard the music that you heard when you click on the stream and it started. Uh-oh, that's not what I expected. Oh, really? I said this once before. Oh, what happens when your expectations get cut short? Did your fuse blow too? Oh, short fuse, motherfucker. Who's to fucking know, huh? Oh, shit. No, I didn't shave. By the way, thank you. Cheese. I got my cheese. Okay. Now you know through the video that I got my cheese. Don't worry. I'll be calling anyway. I got an interesting day tomorrow. Live reveal? No, no live reveal. I do once a week a live shit. Once a week a live shit is more than enough of my face and of my voice that you ever wanted to get. Right? Right on the timer, yes, of course. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get the groove or the flow of my show just right. I mean, I do look at the time consistently and try to cut to myself short, but I end up blow a fuse when I rewatch. I know, I'm just kidding. And again, I guess I could care less about the entertainment really value. I'm just here to speak on my mind, to say what's on my mind. I already posted what's on my mind, and I had plenty of time to think about it, what I just said, and I had plenty of time to resync and double check and a triple check and then confirm this is what I want to say. Most of the time, I just read it, and then all of a sudden, a new feeling will show up based off of a new understanding. Ooh, I burp it again when I talk. Based off of a new understanding that I just got. I may have had it before, just came up again. Who knows? Who knows? The point is, I had an original thought that brought out the post in the first place. Then, maybe I forgot it. Maybe I forgot it. And then as I reread it, I decided this is a new meaning here. Oh, or maybe as I reread it, oh, that's what I used to think about when I posted the first time. How do I mold it into something new here? Tweet, tweet, just tweet it out. Tweet, 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 tweet. You hear that, birdie? You remember this shit? You still teach this shit to your kids? Or does it mean a new shit? Elizabeth. Yeah, remember that? Okay, tweet, tweet. It's a nice birdie. What do you have there? I have a black, a French, a Muslim, a lesbian. Huh? Yeah. She also likes to tick boxes. Ticking boxes. That was a trend past many years of companies and corporations just hiring based off of diversity purposes. So let me claim this much. I want just claim. I want to ask her this much. Let me ask her this question. I don't care what you see here. When you are applying on a piece of a paper, do you check a white just because you white, grow up a white, family said we are white and light skinned, something like that? I did not. I was not afraid to look for the other checker box. Huh? Other? Yes, other. Click on other. Well, what is the other? Can you describe? I'm a Middle Eastern. Just to fuck with everybody. But what happens with that? It's a check the box. It's not a white, but I'm a light skin. I don't know what is your confusion in your head, but perhaps maybe I personally should take a more advantage of this other checker box. Here's the story. This is the only reason I brought this lady up specifically in this kind of a thing. She was all of these things, but it's very interesting how more than one of them contradict each other within another. And does she publicly announce these are what she is? Depends on who she's talking to. One of the most famous in my head, from my experience, and I met a whole variety of pieces of shit. I met a lot of pieces of shit. This a piece of shit is the most obvious a con artist I have ever fucking met in my life. And she's from New Jersey. She's still living in New Jersey. She still acted the way she acted in New Jersey. What is so funny about that? I'm in Florida now. And those are people who is not allowed to cross the state border again for whatever the fuck a reason is exactly like that bitch, except they confess because their life sucks here. I cannot live. I'm a wanted criminal. I'm on a probation. I'm on this reason. I cannot leave this state. And now have a sanctuary here. I have a sanctuary here. Oh, you have a sanctuary here. Here, nonetheless, huh? I have to live with you. You don't have to do nothing. You choose it to be here. Ah, you're right. I wonder what attracts me to this shit. That depends, I guess. You gotta ask yourself what attracts you to anything you're attracted to. Back to the post. Huh? She likes to tick boxes. Yeah. I have a black, a French, a lesbian, a Muslim. What's the contradiction here? Do you follow anything? Do you read anything? Do you understand anything? Or you only believe what your friend of that thing tells you about their thing? Okay. Did he have a mustache? Did he shave it off? He got an ash on his forehead, just a big fucking beard, a full fucking beard. Each one of them is a segregation of a degree of a belief, kind of like a Jew have an orthodoxy and grow his hair out. The beard is the same thing. What is at the point? This religion specifically, she's been inducted in, officially taken in, gang raped in. What? Yeah, because she's a lesbian and they don't accept those. That's the contradicting part. Does she publicize this information? Depends on who she's talking to. If she can relate with you, she's that box temporarily, because I know how to act that role for a little while. But it catch me off guard when I clock off of work, or if you happen to have an extended stay throughout our interaction. I usually see you for 10-15 minutes. Well, I can hold off a pretty good act for 10-15 minutes. I could even pull off multiple acts within those 10 and 15 minutes because I have other clients I have to see in between. I could pull off the same fucking act for just a 15 a minute. I hope I remember who I was to the people catch me in between, because if I fuck around after these 15 minutes, and those are layovers who stick around past that, might end up seeing a whole new personality 15 minutes later when the original person who brought in that personality departs. That act disappears with it and you forget your place. And then you try to put yourself in a new place because you saw somebody force you to act a different way. Or maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's a high-end clientele. Maybe it's a piece of shit. Makes you change your attitude, makes you forget your place. But wait, your original place was in your uniform, clocked in at work. You better have at least a good act for about 8 hours. A good act for about 8 hours, because that's what makes sense to me. If you're gonna act, at least act accordingly, huh? Act your age. Act this way. Act that way. Let's act all kind of ways. I'm not in a Hollywood, motherfucker. The only time I'm going to act is when I see you bullshitting around. And now I don't know how to just be myself. Being myself is forcing an act out of you. So in retreatment, I'm going to now act with you, because you can't seem to cut your act off. Okay. Ticking boxes, yes. A lot of corporations, I suppose, have been hit on the discriminatory hiring and firing of specific check the boxes. Oh, but you cannot fire me because that's a gay hate. You fire me for gay. You cannot fire me because I'm a lesbian or whatever the shit else. I'm a this religion. And I noticed the majority of your place happens to be a major percentage of a this race, of a this religion, of a this that. You hired me to have a check box to show a diversity, huh? Fuck you, diversity. Hire me because I can do a good job. You do a good job, sweetheart. How do you think you got the job in the first place? You thought I hired you for this reason? Your brain is stupid. I figured that out from the interview. but I also realized how I can take advantage of you, dumbass. Yes, sir. I follow your orders. Oh, please, what an opportunity. Thank you so much for hiring me. Anything I can ever do to repay that a favor, that thing you did for me, thank you so much. I don't give a flying fuck. Listen, if the place is needing assistance, why are you so thankful that you picked me out of a list of how many? Oh, this was a competitive job, was 500 applicants, and I got chosen for interview. And out of 50 interviews, I got chosen for a job. You're so special. You see how you selectively bring out a different persona just from these people? They find a way to manipulate you. No, I just acting for the 4 hours, right? The first time you've acted a certain way to kiss my ass. I call you, ask you for a second interview. You got so excited and so confident, you change your personality the next time I talk. Uh-oh, you don't think I noticed that too? Maybe even some of you got a third interview because they gotta go that deep. You deep fucker, huh? Deep fucker. Box ticking just so they can say we are a diverse business that hires all kinds of places. Yo, really, I talk about this before. Yeah, majority the in-house employees might be slightly diverse because we only have 35 in-house employees. So the diversity percentage is very easy to mark up when you got the 3 or 4 people. But wait, what do you mean the 35? Dude, I see 1,500 people walk in and out of your building every day. That's a temp agency, motherfucker. They don't account as an employee specifically for us. You see? They count as a current day's employee from a temp agency. That's about it. They're not in-house localized fucking employees. I go through an agency that happens to contract through here, but I work for the agency, not you. Right, you don't work for us. Because if you did, we'd have to document 95% of our fucking employees are at this race. How would that happen? Because you don't see the temp agency specifically have 100% this race. 100%. No. Because even a cleaner is not that good, right? 99.9% we have a this race. What do you need? I need a this race. Oh, we got a them too on the other side. As a matter of fact, I got a partnership with another temp agency. Got exactly what are you looking for? Oh. I also have a country of pork lovers transitioning to zero tolerance. I call it last of the pierogies, and that really ticks me box. Ticks me off. You get it? You see the wordplay, how I fucked with it, played with it, turned it into a phrase of my own thing, something commonality that hopefully you even can understand. Who knows? Who knows? We think. We think. I have a country of pork lovers. This comes from, I told a story, I believe, either last week or the video prior about an old Polski friend I kind of grew up with. She married a different kind of a religion, got a little confused. Yeah. Well, apparently that country is now accepting Sudan motherfuckers from the war in Ukraine. ah, ah, ah. You don't see the connection of the Islamic shit. You don't see it, huh? Do your friends tell you the truth within this country, United States of America? Do your friends from those backgrounds tell you the truth of their backgrounds? Because I'm sure they don't expect you to open a history book or question what they say versus what history you know, think you know. Do your friends correct you? Nobody ever want to talk to me of, oh, you Syrian, huh? How's Syria doing? I heard and I heard and I heard. I tell you what I heard. I heard the United States wanted to make a move on Syria a couple of years ago. And guess who stopped them? Russia. Russia stopped America from coming into Syria. Was an oil thing too. Stupid. We don't remember that history. We didn't think about that history. That never came up as a stay in my mind thing. Never forget. Always remember, that's a connected. You forgot. What you remember to do was, oh shit, what time is, am I ready for this activity? Do I look appropriate? Did I dress appropriate? How I look? How I look? Yeah, causing me a fucking headache too. That's what you give a shit about? Hi, good morning, sweetheart. How do I look at this morning? Who give a fuck how you look, bitch? I just wake up myself. I cannot see, so even if I tell you, it would be a lie. Why? Because what I see currently is a booger on top of your face. An eye boogie covers half of your face, but you dress yourself up fancy schmancy? I cannot see. I just wake up myself. I just wake up. Ah. She likes to tick boxes. This is the interesting part of that. Everybody, her co-workers, including myself, the clients that came and went, she had many complaints due to distress between clients because she couldn't act appropriately. She couldn't remember the Islamic story she told. She couldn't tell her black story. She couldn't tell her Arabic language knowledge story. She couldn't tell and stick to her script, her own script. She knew how to bullshit, but she couldn't stick to a script. So there was no consistency. Even if we had a lot of repeat clients that came and went at the security job that we used to work at together. And those come and go clients, you understand reputation, I hope you imagine. Well, we all had a reputation amongst the clients. Every client and every driver and every person eventually got to one-on-one with each guard because we're there. They have nothing better to do, want a cigarette themselves. They see a guard smoking a cigarette. They come and talk to the guard smoking a cigarette. They ask questions, poke, find out knowledge. Are you high on the job right now? Have you been drinking? Do you take a medication? Nice to see you. Where you from? Where you grow up? What's your background? Those are everyday conversations we have with all kind of strangers. We have those conversations with our bosses. Everybody, we have those conversations. But that's not the script for today's actions. Oh, you caught me off guard. Why are you asking me this question again? Didn't you ask me that yesterday? Why we got to go through it again? Consistency of your story. Consistency. Oh, okay. And she had multiple complaints because she couldn't stick to a script and she'd forget the client she was dealing with. She recognized your face only after they called her out for an act they previously had and they received a new act today. Conflicting with the last act being, perhaps, example, a lesbian conversation. The next one deviates from complete lesbianism and straight into an Islamic learning of her life. Now, try to conflict the two together with her specifically, and she gets into an argument with you. You try to get her fired for her attitude and her discussion value. All kind of other things. She says, they're only trying to get me because I'm this. They are attacking. What they're attacking is not a me, it's the religion. So we can't fight her. No, they're not attacking a me, it's my skin color. No, they're not attacking a me, it's my background the shit. Okay, let's start taking advantage of this background the shit. And forget that white checkbox or the black checkbox. Check a box to the other, fuck up their computer system. And then put in a custom fucking thing for yourself. Why? Why would I want to play with that? Here's the biggest and the best answer I can come up with for that question. Look at the names of today's children, motherfucker. If you can name them because it doesn't make a sense anymore, and these are the names that you want to give your kids, okay, you might as well start documenting other shit for yourself as well. Once again, we go back to the old idea. I'm going to put it on you, see how far you get, and I learn from you. I don't actually know, but you have a disadvantage, right? Change your name. Make it easier for yourself. Try to go about it this way. I heard it works out. But did you do it? No, I heard from somebody. Oh, so you test it on me bullshit, and I go out there and make a fool of myself. Or I come back with a confirmation of a story anyway, good or the bad. Confirmation is a confirmation. Stuck around with that post pretty good, huh? Tweet, nice birdie. What do you have there? Yeah, I have a black, a French, a lesbian Muslim who likes to use every fucking thing you attack her personally for as a defense for herself to keep her job. Plus, she's a certified in the real estate as well. So, you need a connection with a house, or you need to know something about homes foreclosed or shit like this, she's got the knowledge. Here's a funny thing about this favorite lady. I heard a bunch of shit from the original boss that had contracted at the airport. When the second boss took over, here's a funny story. I was asked to cover her post for a little while she went with the new boss to a car dealership, come back with a brand new car. Who the fuck leaves the property and gets paid for it? Right. 1+1, motherfucker. 1+1. Don't overthink that. It's there. Will they ever admit to it? No. No, that's taboo shit. Taboo. You are supposed to think and go crazy. That's what you're supposed to do. Confront me about it, and I get you fired, motherfucker. Big mouth. I was just internal affairing. I was just a 1+1. What I know about you, what I know about him, what I know is going on. Okay. Knowledge is a power. Funny thing is, those people confronted by knowledge seem to have a more power than a yo. Something backwards with this life, if you ask me. What's the point of a knowledge then? I don't know. Quack! Quack, 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 quack. It walks like one. It talks like one. Was it a Donald or a Daffy? Perhaps it's a mother goose. Are you confronting your accusers yet? Or are you accusing the confronters? Very interesting, that internal fear that we have. No, I would accuse my confronter, but it would cause a mess of fucking the drama. It would cause a mess of shit problems, and I don't want to go through that right now. I got a promotion I got to worry about. I got a client I got to worry about. I got paperwork I got to worry about. Homework, studying, all kind of shit I got to worry about. I don't got time to worry about your personal fucking problems. And I also don't have a time to worry about a past personal problem of mine. The past have nothing to do with what I'm dealing with in now. Really? Those feelings don't affect you today. Those thoughts don't affect you today and mold to tomorrow. Those things don't do today for the tomorrow, huh? There's no connected the dots here. Your cow... I forgot you don't like that saying. Your cow went where, motherfucker? Under or over the moon? Did it take a balloon? Who fucking knows? I don't want to deal with this shit now. No, that's why you're on your medications. Because the thought happened anyway. And you needed to eliminate it. Drinky, drinky, drinky. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So imagine this. I'm afraid to confront my accuser for the problems they may start. Well, look at what's going on. Even in wordplay. They're confronting the bastards. No, we twisted the story. No, it's them who's defended this side and fucked this side. Right, that's what you afraid of as well. I cannot confront the daddy because he fucked me. I cannot confront the uncle because he fucked me. I cannot confront this person because they fuck me. Your fears hold you back in the mental understanding of bigger picture messes. Your own personal situation can be multiplied into a thought pattern for something bigger. And an understanding can be made why I fight with you. Why they fight with them. 1+1 is always the fucking same. No, there's gotta be much bigger than that. Why would me personally, why would I go to war with somebody just because of a differential? I tell you what, motherfucker, if this war got to do with somebody put a dick up my ass, motherfucker, I'm going to war to die for it just to expose you, motherfucker. Your son die. Why? Oh, because he was a piece of shit who overthought, and this and that. Oh, really? The last note he wrote was, I'm coming after you, you rapist motherfucker. You did this and did that. And I leave this note just in case I don't make it up back. Well, I guess I'm lying. just to make a point. Oh no, please, please, when I die, I'm going to die. Please read this note and understand why I die. They don't give a shit about that. They don't even give a shit about actual suicide notes. They don't give a shit about that. So your purposes on that thought process is baloney. Is it turkey? I don't know. Confronting your accusers or accusing confronters? See, the confronters are jumping in. Yeah, they're confronting. And now they're being accused. That's what I'm afraid of. If I tell you who did something to me, you're going to call me a snitch and negative blacklist my name and call me this and put me in my place. Interesting. Truth, honesty. What is the best policy? Oh, we have to define the word best. We have to define what a policy is. And then we have to mutually agree what is the best for all of us, right? I think the best for all of us was already agreed, and honesty is the best policy. Tell the truth. It's much easier. It's all painful. One of them hurts less, meaning either it don't hurt as much, maybe it don't hurt as long. Either way, the pain will subside. The lie, tell me when the pain subsides in a lie. Because even though you got past a situation, you still got to think about how the hell I got away with it, what I got to remember for next time, and then the next time, and the next time, and a break time. What are you going to do about a break time? Eat lunch? Okay. Eat shit, motherfucker. Eat shit. 401k. I'm sure many of you would like to invest in companies that offer a 401k. Witnesses, oh shit, oh jump in Jehovah fat. Jump in the Jehovah fat. Jehovah is a fat with everything. Followers, too many. Money, too much. Yet, not enough. Yet, not enough. Y'all remember that fairy tale, weapons of mass destruction, that we never found? And the whole world was talking a shit about a United States, a mistake. Yeah. Oh, but now the whole world wants to unite and talking a shit about Russia? Interesting. Interesting. Did we feel bad and send the reparations to the motherfuckers we went to go kill? Did the Americans give a shit about donating to the people innocently? We falsified weapons of mass destruction to go do some shit over there. Where was your unification then? Where was it the United Nations? Where was NATO? Where was the United States? They're doing the bombing. They were approve of this bullshit, but they found nothing. They found nothing. They were trying to attack specifics. Yeah, we found specifically nothing. We even generally found nothing. That's interesting, but it was okie dokie, no problem. They are claiming specific things. Russia's claiming specific findings, and the American media is claiming specific denials. Even if they don't find a specificity on America, they found the specificity of the things that they were looking for to get after America. Now, all it takes is a 1 + 1 connected the dots, maybe a laptop, and America will be implicated. Not America, but the people you voted into American power are going to be exposed. What's he doing over there now with the United Nations and NATO? Fuck you, Biden. What are you doing over there? Covering up your mistake? Because if history tells me anything, JFK tried to do the same thing. FDR tried to do the same thing. A lot of presidents did the same thing. Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan. A lot of presidents tried to cover up a oopsie daisy. Some of them were not as successful, so they had to resign. Oh, and there's a history of presidential resignations. We don't think about that. We are perfect. Everybody does 4 years at the least, and then maybe they get another 4. Well, we never cut anybody short because Americans are stupid. They don't cut nobody short. Oh, okay, we fucked up. Just to let them finish their term, and then we vote to somebody new. Fuck it, you 4-year wait time. You You got a politicians that's been sitting on the same chair you do and do not alike for 30 plus years. Just ask a Cliffside Park in New Jersey. He's a dead now, but they had the same fucking mayor for 30 years. Tell me who got a reputation good enough to clean up a city. If you have a good enough a reputation in a city to keep a fucking power for 30 years publicly, why that popularity did not try to run for state power, country power? If you have a that much of power in a city, imagine how much power you could have had in a county, in the whole state, and even grow to the whole country. 30-year reputation and a dot. Families hope to have a 30-year reputation in their own house. This motherfucker had a 30-year plus reputation in a city. Voted in power. Oh, really? The cartel didn't have anything to do with that one, right? Don't expose nothing. Don't admit to nothing. Don't agree to nothing. Let it all happen. Just let it go. But you have your own bullshit in this own country you really need to worry about and fix it yourself. Confront, be an accuser. You are afraid because look how far accusing will get me. Put me in a position of denial and a looniness. Crazy. They're going to put me in an asylum. If every motherfucker comes out and says, you got reports to take, this one did this to me back in the day, if you had a line outside of every police department saying, please come snitch out every past crime, there would be a line, obviously, for sexual, physical, violent, this and that. If truth and honesty was involved, I could imagine that. What I can also imagine is open up this availability and people will still not show for fear of being spotted on the line as a snitch. They're watching me though. I know they open the doors, but they're watching me. If they see me on the line, they're killing me. Also, it depends on who I'm talking to in there because now they know who came in to check up and hey, boss, hey, they came to see me, those idiots. They didn't know I work for you. Listen, they got some good stuff on you. Okay, we take care of it. Doesn't exist. That's an imagination. It's a figment of your imagination. Oh, really? Really? Okay. I have, as I joke about, a criminal justice degree, and apparently I'm only using it to provide justice to criminals. No, if I can think that way, and I can see and argue positive and negative values of an argument, don't you think that person in a badge can do the same too? Okay. So you remember that fairy tale? Here's a riddle. What is your first debt? A credit card? A car loan? Financial aid? No, life. You birth. You didn't ask for it. You never did. None of us did. But it's your first debt. And you pay for it through your life. With your life. With your life, through your life. Payment, death. Oh, wait. No. The payment, the acts through life. When you die, you cannot pay unless you have a policy for that. Life with the payment of sentences. Some of us go to jail for life or prison for life. My life a sentence. Right? Leading to your death. Do you have a life insurance? I'm curious. Let's say I have a life insurance policy and yet I get arrested, but I have a life insurance policy guaranteed. I've already paid it in full for at least a year and I die in prison. Does it work? I don't know. Send somebody to go figure it out. It works for soldiers. Don't ask and don't tell. That's more than a gay fucking value, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ask nothing, so we don't tell nothing. And if you do ask, I tell you a lie. I'll tell you a misleading value just to shut you up right now. Here's a thought. Think on it. Let it sit. Go boil that out of your system. Stupid asses. Next post. The sun. The yellow sun, the orange sun, this is sun, your birth is sun. Who knows? The sun. It's a word, sun. The sun. You figure it out through the context of how it's said, through the context of how it's written. And even when it's written, you got to say it about 11 different fucking ways to get an understanding out of it. Until somebody say it to you, now you have a verbal hearing understanding of that line. Oopsie. Yeah. What a line. Your own understanding was gone. Oof, oof, bark it out. Yeah, the South will rise again too if you're paying attention. When you call out another person's potential, it may have to do with the experience already gained. I can see it in you because I've been there before. I also can see it in you because I've seen it in someone else before. I recognize the look of distress. I recognize the look of help. I recognize the look of attention, necessity. I need it. Oh my God. You can recognize that, but you don't recognize what you need to when you need to. You recognize what you want when necessary. Oh, that's all the same wordplay, but it's not important to the present me. Right now, I'm bored, and you depressing a look got my interest. Right now, I'm busy, and you depressing a look I don't got a time for. Okay. And that's how you end up losing people to suicides. You weren't there for me. I needed an ear. Okay. Okay, that's a small thoughts. We don't think about dot by dot connecting or connect. We do it to ourselves, but we can't seem to recognize when somebody else sat down, picked up a pencil, and started connecting dots on a line. Oh, I see what you're doing. You got a problem? I was there. Oh, yeah, but it's not the same problem as yours. Well, it's a problem. That's the same already. We have a problem. Needs steps to solve. Oh, yeah, but mine was a this specifically. Yeah, but it leads to, comes from, it leads to, comes from, thought pattern, this, that, actions. Too much to think about, huh? And call out another person's potential because it may have to do with the experience you've already seen and you've already gained. And hey, wait a minute. I've seen that before. It doesn't work. I've seen that before. That's a criminal. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Okay. How would you know what to look for if you were not the one at some point? Right, but we don't admit to that because that would incriminate me. I pleaded the fifth. Or go 5 fucking a reason to fuck it yourself. How about that? It's called the fist for a reason, right? Yeah. Who's to say that the American Civil War was about black slaves specifically? Who's to say that it wasn't about all American slavery? Perhaps worldwide exposure of how slavery is inducted into society. Nobody learned those lessons. That wasn't the lesson we were meant to learn. We were just meant to understand that the potential for slavery exists. It's a wrong idea. Pay everybody an equal wage. Right, union. Union was up north, and now the unions are what? Mafia shit. No, it's not the same. Those are just the words. Those are just the words. They're not the same. Right, and not all Italians are mobsters. Oh, no, that's not the same. Oh, really? Tell me then, just the USL. What's the difference between an Italian and a Sicilian? Go fuck it yourselves. Oh, you did. That's why the world is what it is. Oh, we have to be this specific, but go rape that one, and this one specific, go rape that one. We're mixed and we're match. Okay. Ask the rebel, ask the Confederate, ask the Union. Those are 3 different factions. The Confederacy and the rebels were not the same, but because of how they act and how they look, these people made them out to be the same. Well, down here now, you live in unity, sort of, a forced unity. Forced unity, I noticed, south of the Mason-Dixon line. That still exists, by the way. Do you pay attention to your fucking history in this country? Below that, the Mason-Dixon line, you'll notice a standard of people. Those who you might see as potential Civil War Confederate soldiers. Those who was for the slaves, I guess. And then you have those rebels. Those rebels are not Union-specific rebels. Like a Protestants for Christianity. They protested everything that they didn't believe in together. A united group of paganistic people who believe in natural harmony of the human races with the animals and everything else. But you think a rebel is a Confederate redneck hillbilly motherfucker. You see how you were wrong? Wordplay fucked up your mind, and you never took the time to get a deeper or more accurate understanding for fear of confronting somebody with this specific subject. You are all pussies. One is a hibernating, one is awake, one is a hiding. Those are part of you are supposed existing or non-existing secret societies that are out there, right? The fraternities and sororities that have secret little handshakes. Then you got your street gangs. Then you have your corporate gangs who are all tied in together. You don't see that. You can't admit to that. How dare I call any of that out? And that only happens to only a few of us. So you can't judge again the majority based off of a few bad apples. Oh, really? Oh, really? What book is you reading again? Did you got it? Okay. That was a stutter. Okay. Okay. KKK. Free mass on me. Freemasonry. Brings the tea. It's a party. So be it. Soviet. Right. K. G. B. Yeah, KGB. Come see the illumination at its core. Past the crust. Too high, too low. Look ahead, motherfucker. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Look ahead. That's pretty easy. And that's the bottom line, because history repeats itself. Would be interesting to see if Stone Cold Steve Austin makes an interesting return back to the wrestling entertainment business. And that's at the bottom line, because history repeats itself. And we're still so blind, we cannot see a fucking thing. I don't know where to start when it comes to corruption. Expose it. Meow. Meow. Roar. Having some fun. Mew, meow, and a roar. A law enforcement officer equals a Leo. The local Leo. The local Leos are spotted at this. The local Leos are write the report. Local Leo. Leo is a cat. Hi. August birthday. Hi. So I'm a celestial Leo. I'm a law enforcement officer for the celestial beings, I suppose. That's why I was destined to be in a criminal justice a thought pattern, not a criminal justice a degree or a criminal justice a job. A criminal justice type of a thought pattern, never ever to be used for criminal justice itself. Privately detecting all my motherfucking life. Snakes. It takes a one to know one in 1989. It takes a snake to know a snake. It takes a human to know a human. It takes one to know a one. We all think as the same. We act differently. We're tempted by different things. We're manipulated by different aspects. How many of you have freely given up your free will to say no because of action? If I say no, it's going to force me into this kind of a life. Oh, I don't want to be in that kind of life. No, you want to be in this kind of life. You want. Who give a fuck away you want? What's necessary for all a human is to live a different kind of a life. But because of your wants and your confusion with the need, when they force you want to be a need. Okay. Perhaps there is something to this horoscope, right? Horror. Your horror. Let's scope it out in the year of supremacy. Good song by Mercenary. I'll bring them back all over again. Run 121, you might upsteam some pedos. 121 accidentally leaked names of pedophile elite corporate motherfuckers, but nobody give a shit about that. Too drunk on your rum 151 to give a shit about a 121 dicks up a you kitty's ass. You see the difference? Nobody gave a shit about that potential. These people is found in your local bars, they find in your local homes, they find in your local businesses, and they find you. They find you, they take advantage of what you got. Okay, that's too much of 1+1 addition. No, it's not. These things is real. They kept it quiet. Why? Why I gotta build a RICO case for this unfortunate thing that happens in life? Call out one, put the fear in the others. Get them anyway if you can, because they will sleep up. They will sleep up when you start talking. No, they get you one. This one is one too, and I can tell you why. Might upsteam some pedos. Oh, no, then again, you might end up hanging yourself in a jail. Or the whole Hillary Clinton joke, right? If you fuck with the Clintons, you end up with a 3-bullet suicide in your head. How you get 2 or 3 bullets in your head? Okay, that's a suicide. This just in, this was then that day. It just came in as an interesting news report in Florida. And here we go. Specifically, Ninja-owned businesses are seeking desperate loans in Florida. I wonder why. That's interesting. Perhaps you have a shit business. Perhaps you shit on your business plan. People shit on your business, but it's a you business, not the people's. You provide something for the people to say. You offer shit. You smell that? Well, specifically in Florida, it doesn't have to be with a racially owned business. Walk into any business where I live specifically. It's a lot of empty stores currently being paid off to stay there. So somebody got money to fund this stuff. And I mentioned the small idea of consider having yourself at least $100 million, $10 million, but have an annual payment of $10,000. How many times in your 10,000, in your 10 million, can you pay 10,000 a year? A lot of times without worrying about running out of money. No problem for the business to stay there. That's all they're asking for. They don't got to be open. They just got to be there. A lot of businesses here all of a sudden, after, especially through the pandemic, have had to either force their closure, but they didn't force the sale. They didn't force themselves out. They just forced their temporary close. You see how that turned out? A temporary close. They didn't go out of business, just a temporary close for low business. No business. Not out of business. No business. Now businesses start to open up again. Oh, give me the loan. Give me the loan. What kind of business do you run? Consultation. Gambling. Yeah, there's a lot of arcades here. And Florida's been trying to fight that. Well, we don't want to give you a loan. Bye-bye, I'm a cash business. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay, interesting. Nobody pays attention to the local stuff or what's going on locally. But when it comes to international news, we don't use our local problems to envision international problems. Well, I'm going through this in my own city. I went through that in my own home. These are countries went that far to do that. Again, what did it take for you or somebody to finally take a swing? Right, that's what happened. Somebody got that mad, swinging time, swinging the dicks left and right. And we, no involvement. All of a sudden, we're going on to one, choose a side. Okay, what happens? What happens when your side is the wrong side? Okay, what happens when you say all these people now, you Americans are all wrong, motherfucker? So World War III gonna happen like that. We're gonna show up with these guys, support these guys, maybe find out something is wrong with the guys we supporting, and now we're gonna war with them, or we're gonna be able to peace talk when all things is subsided. Time will tell. You gotta sit back and wait. Go fuck it yourself. You smell that shit? Yeah, I smell that shit too. It's your business? It's none of your business. It's none of your business. It's your president and son, father and son business that we're trying to protect over there. But who's to say a lot of shit? You doing any research on the businesses there? You're just doing a research on what your president is going to do now, what they are going to do now, what our media said. They know a lot of shit, it seems. Live reporting from the war zone. Really, specifically the Ukrainian war zone. There's Ukrainian news, Ukrainian this. Nobody give a shit about the Russian side of anything. Okay, well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to relate the Russian with you. Go accuse your father. Go accuse your uncle. Go accuse your rapist. Go accuse a murderer that you know. Go accuse somebody who's hiding a bullshit but is allowed to live the life that they live, but you're supposed to keep your mouth shut and a secret. Go accuse them and see how you end up too. Maybe you end up being the Russian. Whoopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Innocent civilians, right? No, that's a rapist. Innocent civilian, no, that's a murderer. Innocent civilian, no, he's a big motherfucking don. Oh, no. Too innocent. Go fuck yourselves. You guys are fucking idiots. Boo hoo. Wah, wah. I love you. I hope you love me. Let's get together and start a family. With my nut in your vag pops out a baby. This is how we start a journey. In a tree. Kissing. First comes, then it comes. You telling me. We've been singing that shit since we were like 8 years old, and you wonder why underage, teenage, sexist shit happens in the first place? You bring the curiosity and you nurture the curiosity. That's the curiosity you nurture. You nurture sexual curiosity. You don't nurture intellectual curiosity. You don't give a shit about historical curiosity, present day curiosity. Your children all have a curiosity for a lot of things, but you got no time to answer every fucking thing. Really? They got a lot of learning to do. So let the streets teach them then. That's why they wear a blue. That's why they wear a red. That's why they wear the colors they wear and they choose the clothes they choose and the fucking groups and the outfits they end up choosing. You didn't mold them. They mold them. They mold them. And you trusted their molding of capabilities. They need a molding, motherfucker. And you trust the need of molding people to mold a you moldable person. You are a fucking idiot who don't seem to be able to add a 1 + 1. The first place is that's a me, a twin, basically. That's a me gonna do everything I used to do and everything my partner used to do. We created it. And we are both pieces of shit. Trust me, we know. Bad habits and all kind of stuff we end up seeing in that thing, that little mongrel. Right. But you're supposed to mold that. No, I'll let them mold it. I trust the way they were raised. Why? Trust the way you raise. Trust it yourself. Mold your child and have a faith in your child in molding them. Fix it, you home show them. They like what they see. They start molding and adapting from a you. Open the mind, talk a lot. What do you raise? What do you nurture? Your flowers is dead. You nurture death. You nurture secrecy. You nurture silence. You nurture a lot of bullshit that allows you to get away with the internal crap you do to your own blood, what you allow to happen in your own home. You nurture the silence of everything. So when they unite at the playground, the silence explodes into whoa, but go back to the silent when we go back home. But we're friends now. Now we go to school and class and we unite for ungodly reasons. Why the hell are those two as friends? What a visual perception of the look of the why you give a shit. They're friends for a reason. Yeah, but they shouldn't be. One is this and one is that. Oh, who's judging now? They united over a secrecy. And perhaps that's wrong as well. Perhaps. That secret, they should be still united in the exposure. Choose your unity, motherfuckers. I love you. I hope you love me. Let's get together and start a family. With my nut and your vag pops out a baby. This is how we start a journey. Help! I've fallen and can't get up. Hey, sorry for fucking you up. Please call this hotline and claim your entitlement. Blood pressure, diabetes, and other medications, alcohol, methamphetamine, and so on. Don't see hotlines for marijuana. I see sales locations, dealer phone numbers, excuses for prescriptions, and cure potential bullshit. Point being is that the list for uses on marijuana is just as long, if not longer, than the list of medications that have fucked you over. Monopolies exist, and we have a winner. Pass a go, but don't collect 200. Collect the pills. Collect the STD. Collect this. Take this and collect that. Well, it wasn't the pill that gave me nothing. No, but the actions of what the pill makes you do led to another thing that gave you that. Okay, sometimes that pill will give you something. But again, the actions under the influence of that pill leads to the next one. you're all methed out and you're all heroin down. No admission for truth, and you wonder why you can't fall asleep naturally while your mind goes apeshit crazy. I had one marijuana joint was laced with PCP, aka angel dust. And I remember a little bit of the trip that I had because it was unnatural feeling to me. But what I ended up seeing was a shadowy figure of what my brain added up to be Satan. Not talking, just a figure staring at me. And that was my angel dust laced marijuana experience. Nothing more, nothing less. A heartbeat that drove me nuts, and a shadowy figure. I'm curious in that kind of stuff. I have no fear in that kind of thing. So I loved it. I was hoping that it would talk to me, but it didn't. It didn't. Needless to say, we all talk shit on. I don't approve of it. The whole medical idea of marijuana. I don't approve of it because you guys don't seem to add up why it's being legalized in the first place. Y'all have alcohol. It's a depressant. It's the same fucking thing. But alcohol, again, I also don't approve of that in a general aspect to a degree. It's a cleanser. Go clean yourself. Go put it on a wound, and that's about good enough. Good enough for my use of any alcoholic product. Put it on a wound with salt. A different kind of, you see? The words I use is, to my degree, the basic usage of it. Basically, alcohol, the cleanliness aspect of it, and the bacteria killer. Salt, same idea. Cleans the wounds, cauterizes it naturally. I guess everybody's right. The natural understanding of natural anything is dead. So nature is dead. And I'm going to leave this with an interesting thought pattern. What do you tell a pregnant vegan? Got milk? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this week's sessions of the Laughing Lamps Salty Coat Conversation Session number 34. I was your host, Jin of the Lamp, your inner fear. Stay well, stay safe, and take care. Till next time.